Hello and welcome to day 5 of the OpenAI Agent series. Today, let's see how do we build a customer support agent for restaurants or food ordering app. Let's get straight to the point. I've created a new workflow and you can see here we have the start and my agent added over here. So firstly, let's add some variables and we'll call this as dish, okay, or item. We'll save and then we will get a restaurant, save, and then we'll issue underscore type, it's also a string, and then information, which is also a string. Okay, now let's go to agent and we'll describe this thing as info extractor. Okay, and here we can give the prompt as to our an information extractor agent, okay, based on what the user has mentioned, like all the following tickets, right? What all do we need? We need the item, we need the restaurant, we need queue type, and we also need information. And we also will mention this is from the allowed options below. Okay, issue to choose from will be one of this. Right, so we can add more of this. It is just a sample for us anyways. So I'll click on save and the output format is going to be JSON, right? We need to add schema and here we will add the item, which is string, then restaurant, then issue type, and finally information. Okay, and we can also elaborate this thing as to item is code item ordered by the user. Okay, restaurant, name of the restaurant. Okay, and information, any other information required for web agents to take call. Okay, and we will also add note if any of the information is not available, then please ask the user for those details. We'll click on save. Okay, let's try out this and see what happens. Okay, so I'll do here and say I had ordered food. Okay, could you please specify the food item you ordered, the name of the restaurant, and the issue you faced with the order? So I'm going to say Rajasthan Asoi is the hotel name. Restaurant name, could you please specify the food item? Let's call it as paneer butter masala. Okay, so if we come here, it says item is paneer butter masala, right? Could you please let me know what's the issue you faced with paneer butter masala? Smelt bad, right? So you can see here item is paneer butter masala, restaurant is Rajasthan Rasoi, issue type is food is expired. Information is the user mentioned that the paneer butter masala smelt bad, indicating a potential issue of expired or spoiled food, right? Now as a next step, I'm going to add set state, okay, because we need to be using these values. Item is coming from item here. Next up we will go select restaurant is again coming from here. We'll go to the next step, next item, issue type is again coming from output, and the last one is information, which is also coming from the previous step. Okay, now once this is done, we will add one more agent, and this agent is actually going to check if the order is actually placed from Google Sheets or not. Okay, so if you go to tools and if we go to MCP, okay, then we don't have Google Sheets available here, right, which could read the data from Google Sheets and understand if the order was placed or not, right? And that's why what we're going to do is we're going to use server and we're going to create one. Okay, and this we are going to do via N8N MCP. Let's call this as G-Sheets MCP. Can also likely act as OpenAI. Okay, so here I'm going to have MCP server trigger. Okay, and authentication I'll keep it none for now. Tools, I'm going to search for sheets. Okay, and support.red7.com is fine. Resource sheet within document, yes. Get rows. Okay, and from list I'm going to select from here, and the name is orders. So let me search for orders. Yep, and the name is sheet 1. Let me name it as order as well. Okay, so if I actually refresh list, I should get that order. So we have filters over here, right? I can go here, column, let's say restaurant name, value is defined by AI, add one more filter, food name, value defined by AI. Let's go here, time, quantity, custom name, value defined by AI. The last one is going to be the phone number, value defined by AI. So the AI can actually filter out any of these and get the exact value. Okay, so this is to read the sheet. And now what we will also do is we will put up here, which is refund. We'll come back to that. Okay, we'll come to that MCP a bit later. So now let me go over here, production URL, copy this, right, and click on save. Also, we need to make it as active. Okay, come back to agent, put this URL here, and let's call this as Google Sheets MCP. Okay, description is not authentication, we'll make it as none. Okay, maybe underscore is not allowed. Yeah, Google Sheets MCP. Okay, authentication as none plus, but please do not keep it as none in your live workflows. Add some this thing. So you can see tools, we have got one of it. I'll do one thing, I'll add the second tool as well, and this is going to be not get rows but append rows. Okay, and this is going to be our order sheet, orders as file, and the file is going to be refund, right? So I'm going to select this, and we will come to this mapping a bit later. Okay, let's say customer name, phone, value. So we do not have a value here, so let's add a value because we don't know how much to refund and so on and so forth. Right, so I'm going to add one more column here, and I'm going to call this as value, and let's say 20, 340, 310, 500, 790, let's say 1010, and we've got this value. So value, refund value will be over here, and when you'll say complaint. Okay, what is the complaint about? And processed, yes or no? Processed, yes or no? Okay, so these are the columns that we have in the refund. So here, let me just refresh, and we have all these details, right? So fill by AI, fill by AI, fill by AI, fill by AI, and fill by AI. Okay, so this all is going to be filled by AI. Once you have done these changes, let's click on save, and then we'll go back to our agent, and we'll have to add it again because there is no refresh option available over here, as we can see. So let's go back, click on server, and we have to use the latest one that we created, which is going to be this, and the name can be G-Sheets MCP. Let's make this as none and click on connect. We should have both the tools available, and we have that, right? And we don't want it to ask us for permission every time. So let's click on never, right? So click on add, and you've got this particular sheet access to this particular agent. Okay, and this one, we'll rename this here as order verification. Okay, so the instruction over here would be something like Context, you are a part of a bigger workflow, customer service agent, and you are a claim verifier agent. The instruction over here is going to be something like this. Context, you are a part of a bigger workflow, customer service agent, and you are a claim verifier agent. Okay. Input is going to be whatever we get as input, which is input as text, right? And that should not be over here. That should be over here. Okay. Your task is to go through the file and check whether the user actually ordered the mentioned dish. Okay, the name should match from the mentioned restaurant. And then we also can say, please confirm it along with their name and phone number. Okay, output return only true or false, right? So we'll do this. We'll go to output format, we'll make it as JSON and add schema. We'll say this as verified, and this is going to be a boolean, right? Click on update and you've got this. So now in this agent, we will mention use the connected MCP and check if the order details is available in the sheet or not. Send the required information to MCP for fetching the order details, right? The information helpful for MCP are restaurant name, item. Okay, so these are the two information that they need, right? We'll go to tools and we will go to MCP server, go to server, and this is where we have to use the link that we copied from N8N. So if we go back to N8N, right, so we'll go to production URL and this is the link. So we have to copy the production URL because this is going to be directly used, right? We are not testing it on N8N, and that's why we have to use the production URL. And let me call this as a G Sheets MCP, and let me make it as none. Again, please ensure that you give the authentication, proper authentication, because this is testing. I'm just using none. So we'll click on connect and we should be able to see both the tools that we've connected on N8N MCP over here. So append rows in Google in Sheets in Google Sheets and get rows in Sheets in Google Sheets, right? So both of the tools are available. Approval I'm just going to remove because we don't want the users to approve for these things. I'll click on add, right? So we will check what happens with this. So I'm going to this particular option and let's check what happens. Okay, so let me just refresh. Let's go here again. Yeah, it's a new. I had ordered. So I'm going to send this message. I'd ordered paneer butter masala from Rajasthan Rasoi and it smells bad. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, it says I couldn't find the records and so on and so forth. Now a couple of other things that we need is we also need the user's name and phone number. Okay, so we will ask those two information as well. User name per user. Okay, and phone number. Then their number. Okay, let's click on save and let's go to response schema, and we'll add two more properties here. One is going to be a name and the last one is going to be phone underscore number. Click on update and we will add those as variables here as well, name, and we will add phone. Okay, so set state also we are going to add two more values. One is going to be the name, which is going to be the username. Okay, and that is coming from here. The last one is going to be the phone, and that phone is going to be this phone number. Okay, So here we can go and give these details as well. Restaurant name, item, then name, and then phone number. Okay, or just phone, I guess. Right, so it's just phone. Okay, so let the agent send these 4 details to the MCP and fetch the records. Okay, let's go here, and I'm going to give the same message. I had ordered paneer butter masala from Rajasthan Rasoi and it smells bad. So let's see what happens. Okay, now you see that even though the name and phone number are empty, it will still go ahead, right? So could you please provide your name and the phone number you used while placing the order? I get these details from here, Akash Gupta, and this, and so you can see that it has asked us for the name and the phone number here. Okay, and for that I'm going to get these details from here and place that over here. Let's see what happens. So it has the required details now. Thank you for providing your details. I found your order for paneer butter masala from Rajasthan Rasoi in our system. Since you mentioned that the food smells bad, it is likely spoiled or expired. Would you like to request a replacement or a refund for this order? Please let me know your preference so I can assist you further. Right? Now what we will do is we will go further and add the conditions for refund or replacement. Okay. One of the things that we can do from here is whether this has not verified or not. So I'll put JSON, add schema. Okay, and here we will mention if it is verified. Okay, because we want to know that this order was verified. Okay, Boolean, and we will mention over here that if the order has been verified from MCP, send true as response, else false. Okay, so we'll update this, and here we're going to add a if condition, and the condition over here is going to be verified. This is going to be verified equals to okay, so that will be verified, otherwise else. So in the else state, we'll go to edit and we'll say confirm the order. It is mentioning that we weren't able to find the order, and for them to check if there is anything missing while they recorded the order details. Right, so that's all we'll mention, and if it is verified, then we will ask if they want a refund or replacement. Okay, so here will be refund, replacement. Okay, the order was being confirmed by the previous agent, so check with the user if they want a replacement, that is order again, replacement, that is deliver again without having to pay, or refund that month. Okay, so we can mention this, and we can also mention something like if you would like to return refund, get a refund, to get the refund I want and strip. Okay, so let's quickly check how this functions. I'm going to paste the same details here, right, which we had before. So it's checking for the details. Unable to find the details, could you please check any information if missing or nothing, right? And here I can give the name and the phone number basically. So here you can see that thank you Akash for providing your details. Your order for paneer butter masala has been verified. Since the order was already confirmed by the previous agent, you have two options. If you'd like to get a refund, please type 1. If you prefer a replacement, get the dish delivered again at no additional cost, please type 2. Okay, so I'm going to type 1 for now. Okay, we've not added it further. So what we have to do is we have to go over here, refund replacement, and add this further. So here we can go ahead and add the if else condition. Okay, and here it could be refund and output text equals to 1. So I believe 1 is for refund. Yeah. Okay, otherwise it goes to else, right? So here it can be agent, and this agent is going to be refund. Call the connected MCP. Instruction can be call the connected MCP and ask it to update the Google Sheets with following information, right? So let's go over here and let's go to refund, and we have customer name, phone number, value, complaint, and complaint. Okay, process will be manually added. So we'll add these details here: customer name, phone, value, complaint. Okay, so here we can mention this is the name, the number, total cost, complaint, information including the issue, right? So we can do this. Okay, and the tools is going to be again the NCP, right? And when I go to server, it will be the same thing that we used previously, and this should be Google Sheets. I mean, it could be anything. This can be none. As I mentioned, like we'll have to use some authentication method, but because this is test, I'm not using any authentication. In fact, if you're connecting it separately, then I could just choose the tools separately, right? Whatever I want here, I can select it here. Whatever I want there, I can select only that. Yeah, so you can see here we have two, right? And I'll just mention never. And because we just want to use append row here, I'll just remove this, click on add, right? And everything else, then we could actually send them to another sheet, okay, which I believe you should be able to follow up. So let's go here. So let's send the same message that we've been sending, that is I had ordered this thing. Let's test it out. Okay, in fact what we have to do is it should not come here if it does not have all the required information, right? So we'll add that particular logic here, okay, which means extractor, and go here and also mention all details available, all the above package is available, set rescue to else false, right? And I'll just do copy this one, click on save, okay, and we'll also go to the output schema. Look, add this particular feed with boolean. Okay, now over here what we will do is we delete this and add the if condition and all details available. Here it's going to be all details available equals to true, right? So if all details are available, then let it go over here where we are adding it to all the things. Okay, so this is the problem, right? So if when we use a set state, it does not get the value from the step before its previous step. Okay, so the previous step is this, but if the data is coming from this one, this will not have the values available, right? So what we will do is we'll just remove this particular thing here. We'll remove this as well. So let this get connected over here, and we will connect this one over here, and if it's available, let it go to agent. Otherwise, it has to ask the user to give the details. Based on the information missing, we ask the user to share those details to find right item. Okay, so that can be a text type. Now let's go over here. Fix workflow issues before continuing. Okay, what's the workflow issue? Let's go here. Connection status is invalid. It is. I don't know why. Oh, okay, so this one. So this, okay, so we'll have to add one more variable here, that is all items available. And for that, we'll have to go to this one and add not particular variable, all details available, and this is going to be a boolean. Click on save. Set state, this is going to be all details available, and this is all details available. Okay, and now we go here, and here it is going to be all details available equals to true. Okay, now this is available. Let's go here. We'll send the same message. I ordered paneer butter masala, so it is fetching some details, right? And I'm sorry to hear that. Your order ID, phone number, or something like that. So we'll give the same details. That is name and then phone. All right, and I'm going to reply with 1, and there you go. We can see that the customer name, the phone number, the value, and the complaint has come here. So let's quickly check it once, and you can see that it is 358 Akash Gupta and this number. So we can Akash Gupta phone number and this one. The complaint says the user has reported the food smells bad and requested for a full refund, right? So once the refund has been done, the user can actually processed as yes. Okay, so that's how you can build the customer service agent on OpenAI Agent Builder. So yes, a lot of it depends on the prompt that we give, right? We can structure the output to be either in text or JSON or the widget like we saw in the previous video. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and I want you to try different use cases of Agent Builder on OpenAI Agent Builder. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.